So the city of Anna is fighting 2 more code enforcement cases for 27 from Ginkgo Property Management Company, which is parent company or affiliated with Annatex Real Advisory, Kimberly Deanna, which is now Kimberly Christian, STR, B2R, 1 LLC, for October 4th, 2018 hearing, which Christy Chin of New York, the owner of the duplex on 1605A Oak Circle, which is still in violation for high grass, and 1604 across the street A Oak Circle, which has a boat now in the yard after James Dockeray via email said he removed it and it's no longer there. It's been there for 4 months. This case is going to talk about what the code enforcement officer did on October 17th and the 20th of 2017. And of course the city of Anna has nothing against trailers. Trailers can have whatever they want on there. There's no trailer ordinance. There's only vehicles parked in the yard if they're broken. There's still no trailer ordinance on their website. So this case is meaningless, unjustified, and of course a waste of Collin County's taxpayers' dollars. James Dockeray is the fire marshal of the city of Anna, and he is the code enforcement officer. This has actually been appealed from the Anna court all the way down to McKinney Courthouse. Therefore, this is in Law 6. The court case will be heard with a trial by jury on the 8th. Of course, there's no jail time. Maximum fine is $500 a piece. Maximum court cost is $200, so the case is only worth $1,200 tops. Unfortunately, with your renting in the state of Texas, therefore, you're not liable for anything the owner does not notify you of. Kimberly Deanna is a passive-aggressive person, very scary, very dangerous person. And so, if you're renting from her, please just go ahead and move. Safety is a very concern with her. She will do everything in her power to either go after you, attack you and your family, or do anything to damage you and reputation. As you look at this, some other YouTube videos I have on here, you can see what the damage of the duplex is and still is. She's now renting it out. Of course, the only thing they changed was the carpet. So this case is very, we've already won 4 code enforcement cases. All we have left is 2. The city of McKinney wanted to settle it for $100 a piece, plus court costs about $125 a piece. Unfortunately, now they have to prepare a case. The amounts are back to 0, and of course they have to call in a lot of witnesses because, unfortunately, there's actually the owner of the duplexes in New York. Of course, when you're out there and you get a code enforcement violation from the city, make sure you actually get a citation ticket on your door. Remember, if you're the renter, you have nothing to do with it. It's up to the owner. Owner's responsibility. Unfortunately, the duplex that we were living at and that address was under the state of Texas Controller's Comp permit. Therefore, it was a business. Anna recognizes that, and the city of McKinney recognized it too. So we're looking forward to this big case. The city of Anna and McKinney does not want to settle it. Of course, if we lose, which we shouldn't lose, it will be appealed. It will go to federal court then at that point. And of course, we will continue to fight and go after the firing of James Dockeray, the city of Anna code enforcement officer, and other parties involved. Until these charges are dropped and this case is settled and dropped. If we still lose the next round, we will then sue Kimberly Deanna, and Kimberly Christian is her new name, with Annatex Real Advisory. She will be sued for the amount that needs to be recovered, plus damages, pain and suffering, and other violations under the Texas Hub rules, because the house was was unlivable, and that's why the eviction happened. We will continue to fight this, and the worst case scenario for her is she will have to file bankruptcy. What I can hear and when I hear rumors, she's already got a lien on her property, and therefore we will put a lien on her property. At the end of the day, it's the best thing for the city of McKinney to, in Law 6, to just settle this case, drop all charges, and move on, because at the end of the day, you're a renter, therefore you have nothing to do with an owner's property, outside property. You also don't have anything to do with the trash cans, the trash that's around the trash cans. I mean, if you got bulk pickup and you've already called them, that's their problem, not yours. When an owner doesn't do what they're supposed to do by law, It makes it harder on everybody else, and of course it ruins people's reputation. And at these days, you have to stand up and fight. So therefore, this case is continuing to go. It's basically a year later. The case was heard in Anna more than 6 months ago. It took Anna 4 months to file the case. Anyways, they're very slow in filing and shit. Renters don't really have to do anything with it. Unfortunately, the code enforcement officer does need to go back and do some training on ADA, because there is violations in the city of Anna through ADA. The city of Anna courthouse does not have a button, so you cannot even get in if you have a wheelchair. They have a wheelchair ramp, but that is it. You can't even get into the building of the courthouse or the police station with no button at the door. You got that going on. You also got somebody that does not know wicker furniture is. It's an ongoing problem. Many complaints about the city of Anna of wicker furniture. There's a lot of IKEA wicker furniture out there. There's people that have money, obviously, and they buy that stuff. And unfortunately, being in your 60s, you know, you're not used to that stuff. Of course, you're in Anna, which is now Plano and Princeton area. And so people got money. They're moving out there because they want to get away from the city. Unfortunately, I would look at the city code enforcement's website. It talks about a lot of problems. If you actually look at fences in Terra Farms at the low-income neighborhood, some of these fencing companies really need to go out there and just fix their fences for free to make the city look better, because they're lenient or whatever. You got problems in Melissa too. Melissa Courthouse is a violation. They have the buttons, you know, wheelchair thing, but in their courtroom itself, it's not set up for a wheelchair. It's just like McKinney's not set up for a wheelchair courthouse. So at the end of the day, there's problems in all the cities. But at the end of the day, it's us. We need to stand up and fight. Unfortunately, this cause is going to hurt more people than it's intended to. The owner wanted to go after me, and instead she's hurt herself and she's hurting the fire marshal big time. His reputation's now on the line because unfortunately there has not been a ticket. They have not supplied this ticket for violations of 2 tickets. Of course, you know, the owner gets the tickets of the property, so they must have mailed it all the way to New York, and that New York, Christy Chin, has not reported it to us. At the time, it was Ginkgo Property Management Company. That was the property management company that was running it. Kimberly Deanna / Kimberly Christian had nothing to do with the property. Still doesn't have anything to do with the property today. It's Christy Chin, and now rumor is Citrio out of Plano runs the property. She just throws her name on it, and this paperwork has just got her name on it. At the end of the day, she wasn't the property management of the property from January to April of this year was Citrio, and from May until December of last year was Ginkgo Property Management Companies. She lied in McKinney Courthouse that she was the property management person. And unfortunately, she was not. It was at the time it was Citrio. Michael Vung company. So at the end of the day, I do not trust her. She does not trust anyone. And at the end of the day, she will attack you. She will go after you, and she will cause problems. She's a pathetic liar, and she's a threat and a safety risk to everybody, unfortunately. So if you ever rent from her, anything to do with her, do not. It's a very, 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 very scary situation, because she will attack and she will lie as much as she wants and make it look like she's the good girl, and she's not. 99% of her properties are shit. That's it. You heard me. Shit. There is problems with all her properties. She buys foreclosed properties, so she's like one of those people that buy ugly houses, or something that, you know, needs to be a little fixed up. She buys it with investors. It's up to the investors to fix it. The duplex has flooded out there in the yard when it rains. It's done on both sides. It's done it since they were built in 1987. They have not been upgraded, remodeled, or hired up. The concrete is cracking on the property. Of course, the roof needs to be repaired. So there's new people that are living in there. Best of luck to you guys. Most people only last 2 months or 3 months. We were in there a year. So obviously we dealt with the opticals every day, more than everybody else did. So at the end of the day, it's you can do a lot by getting out of Collin County. You can do a lot by getting out of Grayson. You can find other properties out there that are better. It's just gonna take a little time to find, and you may be paying a little bit more, but not much more, and have better quality. The best thing to do is just look out there and see what's out there to rent. The rent is outrageous in certain places of the town. That will continue to be that way until the mortgage thing fails, the mortgage market fails, which should be in a couple more months. So at the end of the day, this was a small few minutes talk about the case of City of McKinney. We're doing YouTube more than we used to, and so this is just going to be one of those deals where it's just going to be a footnote out there to everybody. Everybody's got their own opinion. You might not like what I say. I might not like what you say. But at the end of the day, the facts is what boils. And if you would like facts on the property, I'd be happy to supply it. Or you go to YouTube on my page right now, scroll down to the pictures, and you can see what the duplex looked like. And that was there before we even moved there. So at the end of the day, it's facts against somebody's lying all day long beats you. So she does like to make a lot of threats out there. She does threaten a lot, so be careful doing any business with her. So that's just that. Yes, I have threatened messages from her. I've supplied them more than once. So at the end of the day, the best thing to do is protect yourself and find a good real estate agent or do it yourself.